my career began in corporate and community fundraising, I really enjoyed the stakeholder engagement element of the role and using storytelling to connect audiences with the incredible good causes that I was working for. I kind of had this moment where I thought, gosh, we're doing such a good job engaging with our clients and our partners and all of these external stakeholders, but actually we're not really investing that much in how we communicate with our workforce. So I had this light bulb moment and I registered for my Masters in Internal Communications. I highly advocate for that. I thought it was a brilliant way to supercharge my learning around internal comms and really give some self-validation that actually what I was doing, how I was approaching it was sort of the right way to do it. I've worked in some incredible roles ever since. I've worked in corporate travel, I've worked in the space sector, I've worked in iGaming, and I really feel like the experiences that I had working with the marketing teams in particular were really what has influenced my style of internal comms. The important thing to do is to connect your internal comms strategy with your business's priorities and outcomes. If you're able to make the connections between what your business needs and what it wants, and then how your internal comms strategy is going to really drive those outcomes and shape your internal comms plans around that, then you're probably onto a winner. Similarly, using data and insights to make those decisions, to decide on what your next steps are, on how you should be tweaking your comms plans, and how you should be engaging with your internal audiences is really important. Build your network. I think it's really important to surround yourself with other people who have experiences and knowledge of doing the same thing as you, but maybe with different audiences in different environments. They can then share their learnings, they can share the challenges that they had and the obstacles that they faced and how they overcame them. So many people are one-woman or one-man bands and expected to drive an entire business function as just one person. So not only are you wearing, 100 different hats, but you're also having to balance that strategic activity with your tactical delivery. My advice to anybody in that situation is really to become incredibly familiar with your business's priorities. Understand where your leadership has the biggest challenges and the outcomes that they want to drive, and then be incredibly selective about the delivery plans that you have, the comms plans that you're putting together, and the work that you're actually doing and delivering against on a daily basis. Make sure that that work is really driving those outcomes. Rewarding is the first one. It's incredibly rewarding to know that you are affecting the work experience of so many people, that you have the opportunity to make work a more enjoyable place, a more meaningful place. Purposeful, I think, is another, because it helps people understand why they're coming to work, how they're making that impact in a business, the cog that they're turning in that massive organisation. And then I think humbling. Internal comms isn't really a role where you're often seen on camera, so this is a very interesting experience for me. Generally, we are there to make people look good, whether that's our leadership team, whether that is teams across the business, whether that is elevating individuals, projects, and you name it.